Here, I'm going to go through some examples that involve substituting and evaluating, and this was from exercise 5B in your textbook, okay? So some of these are a little bit challenging. They involve squaring and square roots. Although it might seem a little bit more complicated, it's quite simple, and I'm gonna walk you through those examples for question 10 in this video. So the first question is, let me just quickly tell you this. So the question is saying, it wants you to evaluate each of the expressions, and it tells you that A equals 9, B equals 3, and C equals 5. Now the first question is 3C squared. Okay, so C is 5. So whenever we see a C, we have to just replace it with 5. So that's substituting. So 3 times 5 squared. Now, we learnt about square roots earlier on the year, but it's one of those things that I would really like you to memorize, okay? So 5 squared, that is just 5 times 5, okay, and that's 25. So what you now just do is 3 times 25. 3 times 25 equals 75, and that's your answer for that question. The next question is 5B squared. Now this is quite similar to the one we just did, so you might even like to pause the video and see if you're able to work it out. So with this question, the pronumeral is B, and we're told in the question that B equals 3. So wherever we see B, we're going to just replace it with a 3. So 5 times 3 and then squared. Now 3 squared, you should know, is 9, because 3 times 3 is 9, and that's another thing I really need you to memorize, okay? You can just perform the multiplication. 5 times 9, that just equals 45, okay? And that's the answer for that question. The next question is A squared take away 3 cubed. Okay, so A squared, we know that A is 9. So I just write 9 squared take away 3 cubed. Now 3 cubed, this is another good thing for you to memorize, but I just want to show you what it means. 3 times 3 times 3. Now 3 times 3 is 9, and then you're going to times 3 again. And what you get is 27. So 3 cubed is 27. So in my next line of writing, I'm just going to write that out so that you can see. It becomes 9 squared, take away 27. Now 9 squared is 81. And I want you to take away 27, okay? When you work that out, you will get 54. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. And I called this A for some reason. C. Let's go on to the next question. So the next question is 2B squared plus A over 3 take 2C. Now there's a little bit more going on in this one. Okay, so we've got 3 of our pronumerals. The first step, I want you to substitute. So we're going to go and see what our pronumerals, which numbers we need to substitute in, and then we're going to work it out. So B. So B is 3. So what I write is 2 times 3 squared plus A. A is 9, yeah. 9 over 3. Take 2 times c is 5. Okay, so now we've got this line of writing out. Now with this one, we're going to use BODMAS, okay, because that tells us the steps that we need to follow. And this is another thing you really need to remember. So BODMAS is you do brackets, then you do orders. That's squares and square roots, then division and multiplication, and addition and subtraction. These two can occur at the same time. You just move left to right, and these two as well, okay? So I'm going to work out, this tells me I'm going to work out my square roots first. So 2 times 3 squared, you might know that it is 9, okay? Now this is, what I can actually do is I can start working these out as well. So 3 goes into 9 3 times, so I'm just working this bit out here. Okay, so I can just put a 3 there. Take away 2 times 5, okay, which is 10. Now I need to work out 2 times 9 first, because with BODMAS we need to work that out first. So that's 18 plus 3, take away 10. Now that I've got addition and subtraction, remember BODMAS tells me they're of equal importance. So we work from left to right, okay? So I'm going to go 18 plus 3, which is 21. Then I'm going to take 10. And then what I get is just 11. And that's my final answer, okay? Let's now do E. So with the next few questions, we're going to start working with square roots. So this question is square root of A plus the square root of 3AB. Let's first of all substitute our values in. So A is, I can't even remember, I have to go look, 9 plus 3 times 9 times 3. Okay. Now with this, with square root, it is the opposite of squaring. So if I said to you 3 squared, the square root is going to be 9, okay? So the square root of 9 is just 3, okay? So we can actually work this out and we can just leave it as 3, okay? Now I've got 3 times 9 times 3. 3 times 9 is 27, times 3 gives 81. Okay, this can all be put in a square root. Okay, after I do that, I can work out the square root of 81, and the square root of 81 is 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. So I just go 3 plus 9, okay? 3 plus 9 is 12, and that's my final answer. The next question is F. So with F, we've got square root b squared plus 4 squared. Okay. So b equals 3. So I'm going to write this all out. 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16. When you add a 9 and 16 together, you get 25. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. And that's your final answer. Okay, we've just got 2 more to go. Now the next one is G. I've got 24 plus 2b cubed over 6. Okay. Now we said b was 3. Now let's substitute in 24 plus 2 times 3 cubed over 6. Now remember 3 cubed is not the same as 3 squared. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and then times 3 is 27. So that's 3 cubes, just so you remember. 24 plus 2 times 27 over 6. Okay. What we're now going to work out is 24 plus, I'm sorry, I've made a little mistake. This should not be part of this. This should be plus 2 times, and this bit should be by itself. Okay, so 2 times 27 over 6. Now what we do is we can work out the fraction. So 24 becomes 24 plus 27 over 3. Okay, and then 3 goes into 27 9 times. So you can go 24 plus 9. Then what you get is 33. And that's your final answer. Just have one more to go, which is H. Okay. In brackets, you've got 2c, close brackets 2, take a squared. Now, a equals 9 and c equals 5. Okay. Let's substitute in our values. 2 times 5, close brackets, squared, take 9 squared. Okay. What we're going to do is with BODMAS, we need to work out what's in our brackets first. So just 2 times 5 is 10. Now we actually have to square this, okay? So don't forget about this squaring here. And then I'm going to go 10 squared, take 9 squared. Now 10 squared is just 100 because 10 times 10 is 100. 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81. 100 take away 81 is just 19. And that's your final answer. So I know that these questions were quite complex, so it might be worth watching the video again, maybe practicing them again, and then replaying the video just to go through the steps that I've